Have you ever felt like the whole world of investing was some kind of exclusive club you just weren't invited to? Well, today we're diving into the tech that is literally kicking down the door for millions of people. We're talking about Robo advisors and, how they are building a completely new financial future for all of us. For so many of us, the answer to this question has always felt like a big fat yes, right? I mean, the world of investing can seem so intimidating with its own confusing language and all these hidden costs. It really does feel like a club with a steep price for admission. And for a long time, that was just the reality. If you wanted some real professional advice to help grow your money, you pretty much needed a lot of it just to get started. And then you'd be paying some hefty fees for the privilege. This whole system just locked a ton of people out of the market. But you know what? That old way of doing things is getting totally turned on its head. There's a new kind of money manager on the scene, one that's powered by some seriously smart technology and is built to be accessible to pretty much everyone. So what in the world is a robo-advisor? Well, think of it like your own personal digital financial planner. It all starts with you answering some simple questions online. What are your goals? Are you saving for a house, retirement? And how comfortable are you with the stock market's ups and downs? From there, a powerful algorithm just takes over. It builds you a personalized investment portfolio and then manages it for you automatically, day in and day out. Okay, that all sounds pretty great in theory, but you're probably wondering, does it actually work? Well, let me tell you, when you start looking at the performance data, the numbers aren't just good, they are honestly kind of startling. Get this, AI-driven portfolio management has been shown to deliver, on average, 17% higher annual returns compared to the old school ways. I mean, think about that. Over the long haul, that's a massive, massive difference in how much your savings could potentially grow. And how do they pull that off? It's all about being incredibly efficient. Automation slashes operational costs by about 40%. And guess who benefits? You do. Those savings get passed right on to you through much, much lower fees, which opens the door for so many more people to start investing. And it's not just about making more money. It's also about keeping it safe. These machine learning algorithms have a 97% accuracy rate when it comes to spotting potential fraud. That's a huge jump compared to traditional human-led systems. It means your investments are more secure than ever before. Okay, but here's where things get really fascinating. These platforms can use all that computing power to pull off these super clever strategies, stuff that used to only be for the super rich. It's a perfect example of tech making finance more fair. And one of the coolest examples is this thing called tax loss harvesting. The idea behind it is actually pretty simple, but it's so powerful. Let's say you have an investment that's lost some value. You can sell it, and that loss becomes official, or realized. Then you can use that loss to cancel out the gains from your profitable investments. The end result? You pay less in taxes. It's a totally legal and really smart way to manage your portfolio. And this chart just lays it out perfectly. Look at that top line. Without tax loss harvesting, you sell your winner and bam, you owe taxes on a $5,000 gain. But now look at the bottom line. By also selling that loser, you use that $2,000 loss to shrink your gain. Now you're only paying taxes on $3,000. An algorithm can spot these chances every single day, something a human just can't keep up with. All right, I know what you're thinking. It can't be that simple, can it? There's gotta be a catch, right? Well, if you're thinking there must be some rules to stop people from, gaming the system, you are 100% correct. The biggest one is called the wash sale rule. Basically, the IRS says you can't claim that tax loss if you sell an investment and then buy the exact same thing or something almost identical right back within 30 days. And this is exactly where a smart robo-advisor becomes your best friend. Its algorithm is specifically designed to navigate this tricky rule for you automatically. It might sell one fund and then reinvest your money into a similar but legally different fund. So you stay in the market, but you still get the tax break. It just handles all that complexity for you. So, with all this talk about amazing algorithms, you might be thinking that human advisors are about to become obsolete. But the data tells a really different story. The future isn't man versus machine. It's actually man and machine. It really boils down to this. AI is just flat out unbeatable at crunching massive amounts of data, running complex math, and doing it all 24/7 without emotions clouding its judgment. But we humans, we bring something to the table that AI can't. Empathy, trust, and the wisdom to help navigate life's big, complicated decisions. One gives you the processing power, the other gives you the human touch. And when you put them together, the results are incredible. These hybrid models, the ones that combine a robo-advisor with actual human experts, they see a 32% increase in client retention, a 22% jump in client satisfaction. It's so clear that the future isn't about choosing one or the other. It's about combining the strengths of both. Okay, so we've seen how powerful this tech is and what it can do. Now, let's bring it all home. How does this actually apply to you? If you're thinking about trying a robo-advisor, what are the really important things you need to look out for?
All right, here are the big things to keep an eye on. First up, management fees. They're usually a tiny percentage, but you want to know what they are. Second, check the account minimums. A lot of them have zero minimum, which is awesome if you're just starting out. Third, what can you actually invest in? Make sure they have the options you're looking for. Fourth, we just talked about it. Do they offer smart tax strategies? And last but not least, decide if you want a purely automated service or if you'd prefer that hybrid model where you can call up a human being when you have a question.
At the end of the day, the rise of the robo-advisor gives us all a brand new question to ask ourselves. For decades, the partner for your financial journey had to be a person. But now, it can be a powerful, incredibly efficient, and surprisingly effective algorithm. For the first time, that choice is truly yours.